Today, we're making an off-menu secret item from one of my favorite restaurants in the world, the Jazz Burger from Jitlada in Los Angeles. The story goes, when Jazz's kids were growing up, she would pack them lunch boxes, and that's when she came up with this special, extremely spicy burger, which later on became an off-menu item at Jitlada. If you ever have the chance to go, try and order it. It's life-changing. Now, since it's so secret, the only documented evidence of how she vaguely made it was when the Los Angeles Times food writer, Miss Jen Harris, went and cooked it with her. Of course, I watched that video a million times. And one thing that struck me the most was anyone could make a burger. It is this liquid that she kept adding to the mince that's the most secretive and thus making this the most special. So, let's give it a try. Very simple. In terms of flavor profiles, we're simply going to make a paste with the ingredients that I think are in this wonderful sauce with a lot of Thai cooking. Pesto mortar ready. First up, some green chilies, because the sauce looked green after all. For one portion, that's plenty. And we go. I feel like I should have brought goggles for this episode. Next up, we have what I consider the star of the show, the coriander roots, which is essential to the dressing of a Thai beef salad and to the majority of Thai curry pastes. They are much deeper in flavors and in complexity, even compared to the stalks, which are very flavorsome in their own right. So, we're going to be generous with this. Bit of stalk as well. Her sauce looked green after all. And bear in mind, given the story, this is something a mother throws quickly together, not some fine dining attempt. So, just because the flavors are complex, we're not going to overcrowd this with too many ingredients. One thing I definitely agree with Miss Harris is that there's no lemongrass or galangal. It's not the flavor profile. Brilliant. Now, in the video, Jazz seemed quite skeptical when she witnessed Miss Harris adding the garlic, but I thought just for safety precaution, maybe we add one for one portion. One clove, that is, not one head. I like garlic. Just to help it get started. We're gonna pound this down anyway. Every time I start making a Thai recipe, I'm very scared I would accidentally touch my eye. I just wonder, do Thai chefs have different eye tolerances? Or they just have really good habits? Perfect. In my opinion, these are all the ingredients she added in that secret sauce, and that's why it had this green color. Now, to that, since it's a sweetish burger, I'm sure she added palm sugar. I ran out, so some sugar. And an extremely generous amount of fish sauce. In Thai curry, Thai beef salad, this is where the salinity comes from. Not soy sauce, not salt. And it is for that reason we're not even going to add soy sauce to this. This adds enough umami, but it's a different flavor profile than the soy sauce, quite similar to her version. Now, after mixing, when Miss Harris and Jazz had their beef side by side, Jazz's beef had a much grayer color, which made me think the meat is slightly denatured by acid, lime juice, just like a beef salad. And we'll reinforce that later in the mixture with some kaffir lime leaves. Okay, that's plenty for one portion. I definitely saw black pepper. And this is our secret sauce. To the actual mixture, she added a few solids. A bit of onion, which was not diced in her version, but sliced lengthwise. So we'll do the same. For this much beef, I think half is plenty. Sorry, she chopped it lengthwise. Take our mixing bowl, break apart the onions, and some whole dried chilies, which I know she included the seeds, but because I want a dish that's not suicidal for my palate, we're gonna remove the seeds, at least some of the seeds. Whole chilies, very generous amount of kaffir lime leaves. They smell so good when you slice them, it's incredible. I did hear her saying you can add more in her video, so here's more. I first came across Jitlada from the late great Mr. Jonathan Gold. First thing I did when I moved to Los Angeles was Googling restaurants, and 2 recommendations came up from him, and both became my all-time favorites, Jitlada and Provenance. In my opinion, one of the best seafood restaurants in America. Thank you, Mr. Gold. Now, let's make the actual burger. Beef mince, you can use gloves if you have. The technique of working liquid into mince. It's quite common in Asian cooking, and that's why the Jazz burger has this incredible, soft yet juicy texture. Slowly work our liquid in. I'm gonna switch to the spoon, just like the master. And remember, there was also fresh chilies in the mince. Let's follow suit, and these are lethal. Forgive me for adding not the same amount. I can feel my fingers burning. As you can see, this is what I meant by denaturing because of the acidity. And that's the color Jazz had in her mixture. We need a lot more fish sauce in hindsight. And this semi-rehydrates the dried chilies before we fry off the burger. Now we're getting close to the wet consistency. That's all I have. I suspect we're gonna have to add more lime juice and fish sauce just to get to the texture. Oh, we're so getting there. This is the texture and the color. I also suspect in Asian mince, often a bit of oil is added to make the mince smoother. We'll do the same, and always at the very end. And you really need to work it in, otherwise the burger won't hold its shape. All right, given the additional fish sauce and lime juice, I feel like we have to top up with the sugar just to balance it. I think we can fry a burger. I know they use a grill, but I don't have one. And griddle pans, as we've explained many times, lead to better aesthetics, but not better browning. So skillet would have to do. Bit of high smoke point oil. In this case, we have vegetable oil. See, this is the texture. It's barely holding the shape. Goes in. And I saw Jazz moving the burger to maintain its shape, so we'll do the same. Oh, immediately you can smell the fish sauce. Now, we deal with the garnish. We have a beautiful iceberg lettuce. We'll find our presentation leaves. A few beautiful slices of tomato. Check on the burger. Burger's looking good. Moment of truth. Oh, wonderful. Incredible browning. Stove off. We simply let the residual heat take the burger to medium rare while we very quickly prepare our honey mustard dressing. So here we have a mixture of honey and English mustard. We're simply going to dilute this with some Japanese mayo. You can use any mayo you wish, of course. We'll do it, and we'll keep topping it up until we've reached the color of the real deal, which is similar to this. And the black dots, I suspect, black peppercorn. And that's our dressing ready. Unfortunately, I do not have a square plate like Jitlada, so this would have to do. Beautiful burger goes here. Incredible. And to that, bit of red onion. I think that's enough. Beautiful Thai basil. Our honey mustard dressing. And finally, the terrifying chilies that goes on top with the seeds and everything. Ugh. And that's it. One of my favorite dishes from one of my favorite restaurants. This is my attempt to recreate the legendary Jazz burger from Jitlada. I really hope you enjoy.